Chic by Design is proudly brought to you by CTM. Big savings, more style.
The Urban CHIC decor style is all about finding beauty in imperfections. From exposed brick walls to concrete floors, this style was first seen in city lofts and studio apartments. These days, the Urban CHIC design has evolved to a polished look which brings style and sophistication into a family home. Ghyoot Jollye was able to create the ultimate modern family home by meticulously pairing vintage items with more modern features. She takes us through her journey of designing this dream urban lair.
This project took us a little while. We had a few months before we started the actual renovation where we backed and forth and looked at it and negotiated between my husband and I of what we were going to do on the space. It's quite a clean space. It's got simple elements and simple lines and also quite an edited look. It's not very cluttered. We use a lot of monochromes, and then to that we gently add back and layer different subtle colors and textures and materials. The intention with our own home was that it was a renovation project. So it was an old house that we'd bought. It had really good bones and a lot of nice features, but it was very old and dated and needed a serious refresh. So we pretty much gutted the whole of the interior, reorganized the rooms and the spaces. We wanted to bring a lot more natural light into it, and we also opened it up into the garden a lot more. From an interior side, we wanted a nice, simple, clean, monochrome palette that then we could add layers to and add our lives into. The inspiration comes from a lot of different places. I'm obviously quite influenced by Scandinavian design, that then have a contemporary twist to them. I also love monochrome palette, and then also mixing in quite old and traditional items with new contemporary pieces.
Creating an urban chic design is easy. The trick is to mix older accessories into a modern interior to create a visual balance. By keeping your walls, floors and even your ceilings white or light, it opens up the space and creates a seamless transition between the rooms.
It was quite a dark space beforehand, so for instance we painted over all the existing Oregon pine ceilings, and that immediately changed the look of the house. We've used very light floors. They've got a seamless painted finish which also opens up the space and adds to the open plan living. In terms of trying to make sure that it's not then a clinical space, we've used a lot of different textures and materials. So even though we might have white throughout, we've used it in different ways. We've got the brick walls that's been painted. We've also got the lots of textures of the different rugs and carpets and the different materials that we've used, say, on the sofas or in the kitchen, just to break that clinical environment.
A major feature of the Urban CHIC style is to include curated collection of objects in a space, adding a distinct character.
A lot of the pieces that we have in our home are family pieces. So things that either have a history that belong to our grandparents or parents, things that we have our name on, things that we found. And also, what you have in your home doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. It just has to be something that you absolutely love.
The kitchen is literally the heart of the home and is in keeping with the design of the home.
The main thing is that we wanted a big open workspace to be able to prepare food. So we've got the big open island, which is great because you can store a huge amount of stuff on it. To offset the light floor and the light walls, we've got the steel feet on the island, and that's also used on all of the kitchen cabinets as well. And then we've used charcoal throughout for the cupboards. They've got a very simple square finish. So to give it a nice homely lived-in feel, we have a lot of older pieces. We've got wooden drawers. There's also plants. And then obviously all of the everyday objects that you use and buy, we've got all on display. So it really is a lived-in kitchen. We often have a lot of family here, we have small children and pets. I wanted a space that was really functional in terms of the colors and being able to clean easily, but also being comfortable to sit in. What we did when we painted the brick wall is that we wanted a feature wall, but not a traditional feature wall as in terms of one colored wall. So here we've used texture to give us that feature. So it's exactly the same paint color that's used throughout the home, but because it's on a different surface, you view it in a different way. When you think of urban, you think of concrete and steel and hard materials, and we have brought a lot of that into the home. We have steel legs, there's a lot of furniture that has steel pieces. We have the concrete look painted floors, but then to soften that, we have a lot of different materials that we've used. We've got the timbers, we've got the carpets, and also the colors, and then again, as well as the plants, just to bring that to life.
For those of you who wish to add a touch of warmth to their urban chic spaces to give it a homey feel, you can take a page out of Kate's book. She has maintained a monochromatic palette and brought texture through accent colors, lush cushions and woolen rugs. From the floor windows to ceilings to the industrial-styled kitchen, this home is truly a reflection of a renewed urban chic look. CTM now has a range of decor tiles that can recreate your spaces into an urban chic styled design. These decor tiles are inspired by the refined, modern, urban styled living with a fusion of traditional and trendy touches. The digitally printed tiles are a collection of stunning, contemporary patterned tiles that range from softer palettes to monochromatic finishes. The monochromatic decor tiles are a simple way to bring a touch of edge and elegance to your interiors. These tiles can be used on your floors and walls. For a softer palette, the range also offers listellos and spotters in lighter hues that can be used in any living spaces, kitchen and even in the bathroom. Your choice of printed decor tiles will give your home a personalized touch, which can transform your spaces into modern inner-city apartment decor style with a polished finish.
Chic by Design is proudly brought to you by CTM. Big savings, more style.